What's up? Can you guys hear me? We are live on a Friday. Isn't it amazing to be alive and on a Friday and live? Hope you guys having a good day. Whoever's in here, if there's anybody in here. JTS, what's up? GSM, what's up? Loud and clear. Are my lips synced? My lips sync to the audio. I got a pit bullet. What's up? What's up, SK? What's up, ZK? What's up, J Pace? It is Friday. What's up, Poseidon? It's Friday before a football Saturday, and there's football on tonight. Houston, Washington State. I'm pumped. So, whoa, did I just hit puberty? What was that? So, Auburn approved initiation of the new Auburn Athletics complex for football today. It's initiation of the project. There's no drawings available, no renderings or anything like that. In fact, the only slide they showed today of it when Dan King was presenting everything was just a generic photo of a football player doing pull-ups in the weight room currently at Auburn. They're not announcing a cost or anything like that, but we've reported since, goodness, it's been a year, I guess, just about. It's going to be probably in the $60 million range. Heard some rumors this morning that it could potentially be more. I brought that up to Alan Green, said that's the first he's heard of it. Who knows? Construction costs are going up, though, as you guys know, if you're involved in that and everything. And Alan Green said, hey, that's happening, so we'll see. But $60 million is about the range you're looking at right now. So the initiations began, and it's quite crazy how this timeline has just been sped forward because it seems like it's been gestating forever, but it almost seems like the only thing that was holding it back was former President Stephen Leith. Because if you guys remember, May 31st, Stephen Leith told me at SEC spring meetings, there's no discussion about the football complex coming up the next Board of Trustees meeting, which was a week from then. That next week, Gus Malzahn showed up to the Board of Trustees meeting. The trustees said, hey, Stephen Leith, you need to form a committee to explore a football facility. Gus Malzahn got up and talked to the board and said, thank you for doing that. And then June 21st, 2 weeks later, Stephen Leith was out as president. He was gone. See ya. Bye-bye. And then the very next Board of Trustees meeting, which was today, September 13th, they initiate the project. So now Auburn's moving forward. They're going to pick an architect. They're going to enter the design phase, and everything's rolling. Now, things can get held up or whatever, and, you know, as things do sometimes in construction and all that stuff. Just because it was initiated today doesn't mean it's going to get built, but it's going to be built within the next 3 years. The idea is that design and all that stuff's going to take a year. Then construction is probably going to take 2, is what Alan Green said today. So, not exactly what you want to hear, like taking 3 years, but that's just the way it goes. Where's it going to be located? They haven't decided yet. My money is on it being at the old track, off of BGO Drive. That's my where my money is. It just makes sense. So, um, but we spoke to Alan Green for a little bit today. I've got video up right now on auburn.247sports.com. Also, the full transcript of what he said. Also, a story kind of on the timeline and everything that went into this and the decision making. So, but that's what I got for you. I'm up for answering questions and everything, but the big news of today is just that they finally got the ball rolling on all this. It should have been done years ago, says Poseidon. A lot of people agree with you. I think a lot of people would say that Gus Malzahn maybe slow played it a little bit too much after going to the BCS National Championship game, he was pretty much asked, hey, what do you want? In January, February of 2014, and he didn't want a football facility. If he'd asked for it then, before the 2017 season, they would have had a new facility. So they'd be in a new facility right now for the last 2 years. Now they're looking at 2022. Croc says, I saw they had plans to use revenue bonds. Isn't that what you were saying they should do months ago? Asked Croc. Yeah. You got to spend the money, and sometimes you got to go in debt to do it. Universities, athletic departments are doing it everywhere. Don't be afraid of it. I thought I saw a report today of something crazy, like Rutgers did like a century bond, which is something they have to pay back in 100 years. Like, are we even going to be here in 100 years? I mean, like, as a human race. I mean, we won't. We'll be dead. But, yeah. But Auburn has raised quite a bit of money on this already. Excuse me. I was told several months ago, back in May or so, that they were about like 50% raised with funds, and they're, the project initiation or the estimation early on was about 60 million. So they had raised about 30 million, based off what I was being told. How much will this facility end up costing? My guess is it'll be north of 60 million. I know George's is going to be like 80 million. And as I said, there was I kept hearing rumblings that it could be, up to 100 million, but I don't know about that. When I mentioned that to Alan Green, he kind of like what? I haven't heard that. So we'll see, man. What's up, Jim and NM? Who is the artist on my fire logo? It's same artist that did yours, man. You recommended her to me, and I found her on Fiverr, and she did the logo for me. I've also got a After Dark logo too. Check that out. Auburn After Dark. I haven't done Auburn After Dark in a while. We need to get to them. I haven't been able to do Auburn After Dark because my office is literally next door to my son, and he's trying to sleep. But we need to do them. Any crazy details on the renovation of the suites? No, it was pretty generic what they mentioned today. It's $9.2 million on the east side. They've redone the windows apparently already, and they're just going to, redo the inside, really make it look up to date. There didn't sound like anything incredibly amazing or out of left field. So, nothing really to share there other than they approved it today, and they're going to move forward with phase 2 is what they call of the renovations. After this football season concludes, they'll go in and renovate the suites on the east side. It was interesting. 1 or 2 of the board members today had to abstain from the vote because they own suites at Auburn. So they couldn't vote on something that they'd probably want anyway. So they had to abstain. But that's coming too. Outside that, listen, these board of trustees meetings are boring as hell. Most of the time. You rarely have any like big drama going on or anything like that. Though that could happen if, like, say, a football coach is on the hot seat or something happens, or a president's being stupid, but that's not happening right now. No hologram bartenders? Dang, says Auburn Football One. Who knows? Maybe the football facility will have holograms in there. I don't know if they have bartenders, but they might have holograms in that new football facility. As Stephen Leith, as Alan Green said today, and I was asking him, like, how's this thing going to stand out from others? And he said there's some things technology-wise that they hope to do inside that'll stand out. And I've said this for a while. Tim Cook is an Auburn alum, and he's been heavily involved with Auburn athletics over the last 3 years. And he was in Arlington, Texas for the season opener. Auburn's trying to stand out technology-wise inside their facility. Maybe there's a hint right there that I'm dropping. A not-so-subtle hint. Croc says, I know you don't do basketball news, but the visitors list for upcoming football games has me pumped. Bruce is amazing. Yeah, I have no idea who's on the visitors list, Croc. I don't know how to comment on that. I don't cover basketball recruiting unless, like, one of our recruiting guys says, hey, we need help with this. It's just not my thing. I just can't do it. So, who's visiting, though? I know that Bruce Pearl was in home last night, apparently, with five-star center Walker Kessler, the Georgia legacy, who apparently a lot of people think is going to go to Duke. I know Gonzaga is in on him, and he wanted to visit there. I think he's visited Gonzaga. I don't know. I don't know about Auburn's chances with Kessler. I would think that Duke's going to probably land him. There's a big basketball recruit visiting campus today, E. Williams says. We had something on our website. I haven't read our website today. I've been very busy this morning and late last night. Let me see what we got up on our website right now as far as basketball. I see nothing about basketball on our website. Well, we did know. I'd take that back. September 12th. Yesterday, we had news that 2 top 50 hoops recruits are going to be on campus. Matthew Morrell, a 4-star guard out of IMG Academy, and Cliff Omore, oh, you know how to say his name, a center who's ranked at number 46 overall prospect in the class, a 6'11" center, are going to be visiting Auburn this weekend. So there you go. You go check that out, auburn.247sports.com. We have a lot of stories up, so you have to scroll down and click on more stories about Auburn to get to that. Yes, Kessler's family does own a home on Lake Martin. I don't know if they own it or rent it or whatever, but yeah, they have a place at Lake Martin. That certainly helps Auburn. And Auburn's been on him for a long time, Bruce Pearl has. So, rumblings or Sharif Cooper might be back soon. I would think he was going to commit to Auburn soon. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Maybe he's waiting to see if the NCAA is coming to town or not. Jay Pace asks, Brandon, what are my thoughts on the team? I think you're talking about football. Yeah. Do you think we take the next step Saturday as a team? We got to be ready for Texas A&M. They better, Jay Pace. If they struggle against Kent State, sound the alarm a little bit. They should not struggle against this Kent State team. They're way undersized on the defensive line. Auburn should push them around offensively. And then defensively, defense is going to do what it does. So if Auburn doesn't score 30-plus points in this game, you need to be a little bit concerned, in my opinion. I don't think Texas A&M is all that great this year. I've said it since the beginning that they're a little overrated. It's a game that Auburn can win on the road. It's just that Auburn's got to make sure the offense is clicking. And if they're not clicking against Kent State, that'd be an issue. Yeah, hi, Barner. Yeah, the podcast when Jason was reading off the height and weights. It's incredible how small Kent State is. Yeah, exactly, Williams. It's a 5'9" tight end. Auburn should be kicking their butts, to put it politely. Jim and M says, cool to see D'Angelo Purifoy's athletic and body improvements from his off-season training. You would like that, wouldn't you, Jim? You got him in trouble, and then me in trouble, sort of, when he was on your stream and said things like that they should have beaten Virginia and everything. Coaches didn't like that. But as we know, D'Angelo loves to talk. Yeah, exactly. Kent State went to overtime with an FCS team. Saw me comment on Auburn going with new blue cleats and blue socks this weekend. Yeah, those look slick, don't they? They've got like the silver underlining on the feet. I really like those. The Kent State writer you interviewed thinks we will score 48, which was interesting. I didn't interview a Kent State writer, did I? I don't know if I did. You must be thinking of someone else, Jim Eminem. What do you guys think of those blue cleats? I like them. Maybe I'm alone. Aren't we all alone? I liked them. I'm sure D'Angelo didn't care. Those coaches get bent out of shape over the smallest thing. It's stupid. Let kids talk. Let them be who they are. It's too often we just freak out over kids saying things. Thanks, Dilly Dabble, for following us here on Twitch. We haven't had a follower in a very long time. King Tuv followed the other day as well. I don't know if anybody's actually subscribed to me anymore, but as long as you're following me, that's great, because then you can be alerted whenever I go live here on Twitch, which is a good thing. I must have interviewed him in my sleep. I have dreams about work, which is bad. Yeah. Is this the Wear Blue game? I don't know what this game is. It's apparently Homecoming too, which is just strange to me. You're a fan of the orange cleats? I don't think a lot of people like those. Oh, JTS with the scoop, saying that Cadillac Williams was in Albertville, Alabama this morning, seeing a 2021 basketball/football player, Trinity Bell. 6'7", 250-pound wide receiver/defensive end. Huh, interesting. You wish Auburn still had the Russell deal? Ugh, God. I've always hated Russell. Did you see South Carolina propose the same bill that just passed in California, paying players for a likeness being used? Is that true? I didn't see that about South Carolina. Change is coming, guys. Pay the players. Pay them. They deserve it. People are making billions off of players. There's a storm coming. And schools need to be prepared for it. I don't know if a lot of schools are prepared for it either, financially. The only team I remember wearing Russell other than Auburn was it Georgia Tech? Or maybe they were just Adidas the entire time. I can't remember. I hate Adidas, and I hate Russell. Hey, Jim and M. Thanks for subscribing, man. It's tier 1 subscription. Georgia Tech did have Russell. That's what I thought. Now they're Adidas, right? They switched to Adidas. Recruiting needs to be prepared for it. Prepared for what interface? Yeah, I thought Georgia Tech had Russell too. You guys could take me through the history of that, but I mean, Auburn used Russell because Russell was an Alabama company, right? Like here in Alabama and right up the road and all that stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. Recruiting needs to be prepared for it. Yeah, like paying players, like it's going to be a complex deal, but it's going to be one of those situations where players are going to be able to be sponsored. Players are going to be on car commercials, in the future potentially. And so it'll be an uneven playing field, but it'll be capitalism. If you are a popular player, you're going to be able to make more money. You could pay them through Twitch subs. And that's the other thing. That's exactly. I mean, you think about Jim and M. What if, like, say, Bo Nix started up a Twitch stream where he went on there and asked fans questions directly, and he declined to do like media interviews, but that's how he interacted with fans. He could do that, and like people would pay to do it and watch it. We thought the transfer portal was bad before. Well, free market, man. Everything balances itself out at some point, though. After a few years of things, people get used to it and they figure out what's right, what's wrong. ESPN recycles the same storyline about 10 players throughout the year, says Croc. I don't watch ESPN. I know you guys do. One, I'm too busy to watch it, and the only time I watch ESPN is for a live event. I don't watch Sports Center or any of that crap. I just don't. It's worthless to me. If I want information on a team, I go read about it. I'm not going to get it from ESPN because ESPN is not going to give you in-depth stuff about any team or anything really going on in college football because they're going to hit on the hot topics because that's what sells ads and that's what's entertaining to the audience. That's what keep audiences interested. As far as the general audience, they're dealing with the general audience really on ESPN. They're not dealing with like the hardcore sports fan really anymore. They're just not. I don't watch any of that. ESPN, Fox Sports 1, which I guess is around. I just don't watch it. It's worthless to me. It's as worthless as watching a news network, 24-hour news network. There's no point. They're just putting things on there that incite an emotion out of you to get you to watch. If you want actual information, go read about it from someone who covers the teams. Whether it's a national college football writer who can give you a good idea of what's going on, or local beat guys. I don't understand why anyone doesn't understand. Like, oh man, ESPN's always talking crap about this team or that. Or like, stop watching it. Why are you watching it? Why do you need validation from a sports network on television? Do you think that's going to raise your profile? That's why I never understood like coaches like, I'm going to go do this television show on ESPN because it's going to help recruiting. It doesn't help recruiting. You know what helps recruiting? Winning. You being on TV talking doesn't make a kid go, oh man, I can't believe it. Gus Malzahn's saying words on the television screen. I should go to Auburn and play football. Come on. Oh, they do that with golf? I mean, it's smart. I mean, not for media guys like me, it would suck as far as access, because access just gets worse and worse. But, if you're a big time guy, professional athlete, why not sign some type of exclusive deal with a media company or something to do interviews, or start your own thing, you know? Like you said, Tiger does it with golf.tv, and Roy McIlroy does it with Golf Pass. JTS says Under Armour gear is atrocious. I wouldn't know. I don't own a lot. Actually, I don't own anything Under Armour except for a hat somewhere. But my son wears Under Armour because that's like the thing kids wear, small kids and everybody. But I'm obviously not an athletic guy, so I don't need it. Yeah. Anyway, a little rant there about television. I just don't understand this whole idea of people need validation about their team on a television network. You know that doesn't really help you at all, your program. It really doesn't. The only thing that helps your program is if you win a game or you win it in a weird way. Like the kick six, that thing was replayed so much in that week after that game that it amounted to millions and millions of dollars of free advertising. But that was because they won. It's not because Gus Malzahn went on TV and talked that they got a recruit. Does Auburn hook me up with any free swag or discounted stuff? No, I don't own Auburn stuff. I have an Auburn hat over here that's for decoration on my bookshelf when I used to go live and use my bookshelf as the background. But no, I'm a journalist, so I'm not buying Auburn gear. I'm not an Auburn fan. Three-fourths of the stuff the team wears, you can't even buy it. Are you serious? Like what? Like t-shirts and stuff? Are you for real? That's a little strange. Big facts, says Jimmy and him. Yeah. What's the best place to eat in Auburn? Man, I'm asked this like every other stream. I like the Hound. I like the Depot. I like Depot a lot. In fact, I think I'm starting to like it more than the Hound. But I don't go out all that often, to be quite honest. So I don't know. What's your favorite place to eat in Auburn, guys? I don't know. Did you ever try a steak at Waverly Local? No, I haven't. I need to, Clayton. It's just time. I don't have time, and plus with a kid and trying to get the kid out and everything, it's difficult. But maybe sometime soon, maybe bye week, maybe. Wow, so they just like do player and coach exclusive clothing that's not available to the public? That's very weird. You would figure they would sell everything that the coaches and players wear. You always ate at Mike and Ed's? Yeah, but you're in Birmingham now. Wow, thanks, Jim Eminem. Yeah, it's September. I saw that, like half off things. I subscribed to Dr. Disrespect this month um, here on Twitch. I love watching him. Violence, speed, and momentum is his saying. He's great, a great character. You like Niffers? Niffers is okay. I think it's a little overrated. Voodoo Wings, never been, but is that a local place or is that a chain? Mama G's is the most overrated restaurant in Auburn. I understand steamed sandwiches and everything, but they just do a bad job with it. It's like eating sandwiches that were doused in water. Hamilton's, I've been there a few times. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, Firehouse Subs, which is a chain, a national chain, is better than Mama G's. Much better. If it's the experience. Okay, if Firehouse Subs was doing what mom if Mama G's had Firehouse Subs and was selling beer too, that'd be great. And I understand the experience of it and it being close to campus and a lot of college kids can go there and you sit outside and drink a beer. But come on, man. Ugh. Mama G's is nasty. How has the merger with ITAT been for you? I just keep doing me. Um, and we'll see if 24/7 wants to keep me around. Cheeseburger is an experience. I went there once. Actually, I ate there with a source, I think. It was so greasy, but it was semi good, but it was so greasy. That was 5 years ago, though, I think, that I went. Like, it was maybe 6 years ago. So Niffers was better than better in the past than it is now. Really? That's interesting. I mean, the food's good. It's fine. It's not like special. But Mama G's is just terrible. You know what's a good place, and they have like a limited menu, but what's it called? Is it Live Oaks or the Oaks or whatever? They're at the end of oh God, why am I so bad with road names? It's right off of downtown. I am with you, JTS. It is criminal that Auburn does not have a Milo's. If I had the money, God, maybe I should. I would franchise out a Milo's and put it in Auburn. Do you have any idea how much that thing would make money? How much money that would make? Oh, I love Milo's. God, I'm craving that sauce now. You got me hungry, man. It's lunchtime. I haven't had lunch. I just been drinking coffee all morning from that board of trustees meeting. Oh, I love Milo's. F in the chat if you like Milo's. Man, Milo's is good. You see, really, seriously, if someone opened a Milo's, you'd make a killing. You make a lot of money. You're exactly right, JTS. Just that sauce, man. Like every time I drive through Montgomery, well, not every time, but most times I have to drive through Montgomery, I stop at Milo's because it's the closest Milo's to Auburn. And I just get that Milo sauce all over me. It's just dripping off me. I'm staining shirts. I do not care. Yeah, I think the closest Milo's is Montgomery. There was a Milo's in Auburn? Really? When was that? How long ago was that? The Milo's tea? I love it. You can buy that in the grocery store anywhere here in Alabama, including here in Auburn. That tea is just, I love it. Best restaurant in Alabama is Martin's in Montgomery. I've never been there, Barner. I've never heard of it. What do they serve there? The late 1990s, they had a Milo's here on Magnolia across from the engineering buildings. Why'd it go out of business? It sucked, you said. How could you mess up Milo's, man? First time I ever had Milo's, I was covering Arkansas back in 2008. And I flew into Birmingham and drove over to Tuscaloosa to cover Arkansas at Alabama or something like that. Maybe it was in 09, I can't remember. And I just went to Milo's just on a hunch. I hadn't heard anything about it. I just saw it and I was like, that's interesting. And dude, I fell in love. Wow, so the original owner will not allow the Milo's franchise to expand to other places? Really? So Martin's does fried chicken. Oh, what's the name of the place that does amazing chicken here? Panny George's? Am I saying it correctly? I've only been there once, and it was just phenomenal. I can't believe I haven't been back. You're drinking Milo's tea right now? Well, I'm jealous. If you're eating a Milo's burger, I'd be even more jealous. So David Housel used to go to the to Martin's in Montgomery a lot. Now he's at Chappie's. I need to go catch up with David Housel. I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't talked to him since May. Now that I think of it. We got a lot of content at auburn.247sports.com right now, if you're not aware. A lot of stuff up today. Rob Pate has a column up about 5 areas Auburn needs to improve on. Philip Marshall has an Intel Insider for your eyes only on Auburn athletics. We got a story up about the Board of Trustees approving the football facility project. 5 burning questions for Auburn against Kent State. The Roundtable podcast is up, doing very well. Our Fearless Forecasters, where we predict SEC and national games, including the Auburn game this week. We got a recruiting insider up from Keith Niebuhr. Notes from the trail right now. Auburn looking for Matthew Hill to step up at receiver. All kinds of stuff, guys. And there's more. That's just what I saw immediately on the message board, on the Bought to Get a message board. So a lot of stuff. Do I get the mega meal every time with the pie? What are you talking about? At Milo's? They have a mega meal? I don't know. What's up? What's up, baby boy? What up, brother? You guys want to see Jackson? Yeah, we'll get back to football here in a second. Over-under on series of Joey Gatewood plays tomorrow. I'd set the over-under at 3. Would you bet under or over on that? I'm setting the line now. 3 series.
Mama. Hi, baby.
Say hi, baby boy. Say hi. He's like, what? Is that me? Clayton says hi, Jack. Say hi. He's just looking at the screen, looking at himself like, wow. Hello. Jack definitely has me beat in the hair game. Oh, yeah. He's got way more hair. He doesn't have me beat in the chunk game, though, huh? Bebo.
Mama. Yes, baby.
It's the best Auburn beat writer in the world. And Brandon. Heyo. How did you know that Jack writes my articles? Don't you write them?
He certainly likes to play on the computer.
He does like to play on my computer when I'm trying to write. One day he's going to break it. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Mama.
You figured 3 things I think come from Jack? Yes. I do 3 things I know. He does 3 things I think. You don't think Gus wants a quarterback competition between the fans more than there is already, so I say push. So you think 3 drives for Joey Gatewood? I think 3 is a good line to set in a game like this for amount of drives, possessions Joey Gatewood gets. Doot. Mama. I got to leave here in about like 15 minutes for a meeting.
For what?
A meeting. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. You think Cord Sandberg's going to play? Do I think Broderius Ham gets some reps this week? He better. This is like the last chance for backups to like get a lot of reps until the Samford game in mid-November. Sorry, I passed up someone's question that just joined. Mark the Godfather. Did I cover anything about replacing Beard Eves for the football complex? Just joining. No, that hasn't been brought up about tearing down Beard Eves and then putting the football complex there. One, it's logistics because they've got people housed there already with not football offices, but offices for other sports. So you got to tear that down, and then you got to get all removed and ready and then prep it and then build a facility, that might be too much to ask. I'm not saying it's impossible for them to do it, but the idea is they're going to build the football facility, and once that's built, they'll move people out of Beard Eves Coliseum into the Auburn Athletics Complex, because the Auburn Athletics Complex will have more room inside of it, since football will move out of it and into the new football facility. And then after that, the university would probably decide what to do with Beard Eves Coliseum, which is probably demolish it. I think ultimately what happens with Beard Eves is going to be like a university decision, because it's probably going to be some type of university building they put up there, or a parking deck, or some type of facility. I don't think it's going to be an athletics related thing, but we'll see. At least that's the kind of information I gather from talking to people that kind of know what, or they do know what's kind of happening, what's going on, but nothing's like set in stone there. So I don't think they would tear down Beard Eves and then put the facility there. I think it would take too much time. And you'd have a lot of people displaced as far as offices and nowhere to put them. I think Gatewood will be like all mop-up duty in this game, personally. Game would be well in hand if Joey gets 3 drives. I think it will be. It should be. Kent State's not good, guys. I agree. Beard Eves is an eyesore. And it's great land, as you said. It's like it's the central hub in the athletics area. I think they should still use it for athletics, but I don't know. But do you put another parking deck there? If you build a building, what do you do there? I mean, personally, I think that's where you would put a football complex, but that's just logistically, it might not make sense unless like they were tearing it down right now, but you got to move people around too. Yeah. The track team has to practice somewhere. It's ridiculous if they have to practice inside that behemoth of just crud at Beard Eves. Convert it into apartment housing like the other 70% of Auburn. It's incredible to me like how much apartments have gone up around downtown, and they're building that new one where the Chick-fil-A is, or was, I guess I should say, and it's not opening till 2021. Are there really that much of a need for apartment living near campus? I guess so. Otherwise, they wouldn't be building all this stuff. Yeah, I understand that, Mark the Godfather, but the old track is right behind the practice facility, and what you could do is you could build a football facility there and like have a skyway or some type of thing. You just do away with Biggio Drive and just have it connect to the practice fields. It wouldn't be. In fact, I think it would be a lesser of a walk than Beard Eves. Speaking of Beard Eves, it would be awesome to have one last Auburn basketball game in there before they tear it down. That'd be interesting. In fact, Arkansas is doing that with Barnhill Arena, but they're doing it for like their red-white, like Midnight Madness game. Maybe it'd be cool, but logistically, I don't know. Because at least at Barnhill Arena in Arkansas, I know they use it for other athletic events, like gymnastics and stuff. What's the average rental in Auburn? It depends. Like I remember the 2-bedroom apartment I had was it like $1,200? It's pretty high depending on where you go. Then we found a duplex that was not necessarily in the best of places, but it was okay. It was an older duplex, and it was like 800 and something bucks, and it was 3 bedrooms. So we had a master bed, a guest bedroom, and an office. Yeah, no, Croc. Yeah. Hire the contractors for the apartment housing, and the football facility will be done in 2 weeks, because those things are growing up crazy fast. You're right, man. They're building those things like, I mean, it's just crazy how much that area north of downtown has changed with all those apartment complexes. The student apartment living, whatever they call it, condos, not condos, but Does Auburn have any midnight basketball stuff planned? Would like to see them try the Tumors thing again. I haven't heard anything, but I know when that kind of fell apart, the Tumors Corner thing, that they wanted to try and do it again. We'll see. Oh, you think you saw a tip off a Tumors announcement? I haven't seen anything, but it doesn't mean it won't happen. Oh my God. So one of the apartment buildings that they built at Gay and Glen, the ones with the balcony on the corner are over $2,000. Is that like just a 1-bedroom apartment? I can't imagine paying $2,000 to live somewhere. But I mean, a lot of big cities you got to pay that much. Your mortgage is 1,200. I know, that's what I'm saying, man. Like mortgage, like I don't know. I never thought I'd buy a house, but I'm glad I did because at least I guess I own it. The bank really owns it. You're just paying the mortgage, but at least you're paying it off. You know what I mean? Oh, so $2,000 for a corner room with a balcony. That's not too bad considering the location, I guess, and all that. But yeah, I don't know. 99AU Tiger says, showing my age, but damn, in 93.99, I never paid more than $250 per month for a room in a 3 to 4 bedroom apartment. Yeah, when I was in college, that's about what I paid myself. I remember having a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate, and we split it, and I think I paid about 200 something bucks. It wasn't the best of apartments, but you know. In fact, I think I'm not gonna get into it. You stayed at Garden District Studio Apartment. It was $850. Is that Garden District thing off of Suge Jordan? Or am I thinking of something else? There's a pool on the rooftop. There's a pool on the rooftop of that apartment complex? Ah, okay, Croc. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Actually, I remember when I moved here, I was looking back there and drove through there, and it looked like an abandoned, small town in Italy. Like, I couldn't figure out if there was actually apartments there or not, but it looked cool. How much do you think we'll see Harold Joyner on Saturday? I don't think you're going to see a lot of them. That's based off New Orleans. French. More than Italian, I guess. I'm so wrong. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to see Harold Joyner a lot. He's got to be a better practice player, guys. You know? So pretty much all those apartment complexes near downtown have pools on the roof. I bet the college guys love it. Ooh, so if you guys got Direct TV, you might be out of luck tomorrow to watch the game. I didn't know that. I have Direct TV. I just got this link. That ain't good. Oh man, that sucks. And here's Joyner on another wheel route. Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna be like a running back. I don't want to trash the kid. I just don't think he's gonna play a lot based off what I've been hearing. Did I see that Alex Kozan and Reese Dismukes have a podcast now called Between the Tackles? Good info on the O-line. I did see it. I haven't listened to it. I need to listen to it. I like Reese. I'm trying to think. Is it Alex Kozan who doesn't like me? I don't think Alex likes me. I can't remember. Was it Alex? Can't remember. I like Reese, though, and Reese likes me as far as I could tell. I need to give it a listen. I know Trevon Reed's got a podcast now, right? Like on game days. He's like doing stuff like downtown on game days. Can't you just pay for the ESPN Plus subscription? I don't know. There are so many streaming services now or about to launch that I'm losing track of it, and I don't understand this whole idea of cutting the cord. Like, what's the point now? Because you're going to pay just as much, if not more, for all these stupid streaming services to watch what you want to watch. Kozan was the one the board said had small ankle size and would never make it. Oh my God, really? Is that what people on the message board were saying? What? Kozan was good, man. Wow. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm going to jet. Thanks for joining me to talk about the Auburn football facility. Kent State a little bit. Basketball we talked about. We talked about basketball recruiting a little bit. Some other stuff. Yeah, Auburn football. I think the direct TV stuff's going to affect the ESPN networks too, since that they're owned by SEC networks owned by ESPN, and the game is on ESPN too. So I don't know. Read that story. I'm not filled in on it. I don't know. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I will see you guys down the road. Kickoff tomorrow, 6:00. Against Kent State. Not a lot of really good college football games this weekend, which is a bummer, but what can you do? Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. I will see you down the road.